All right, people, we are back. It is 8 o'clock on Tuesday morning, and we are back for some stories. Start with a story, and hope you're having a great start to your day. It's super warm outside. It's 20 degrees. Did I mention it was 20? And it was snowing yesterday, so happy spring in Wisconsin, man. We have some fantastic books for you today. The one, the only, Magnificent Me, David Shannon's Duck on a Tractor, and Roar of a Snore. I'm really looking forward to Duck on a Tractor because David Shannon's No David is one of my favorite stories of all time. So, and I haven't read this one, so I'm really looking forward to that. I was just sitting here before we started and playing some solitaire. You know what I mean? Have you ever played solitaire? You probably played solitaire, you know, with the cards and everything like that, and it got me to thinking about, you know, some of the pushback I've been getting on the Magic, right? Because of Magic, you know, kids, like you don't have to raise your hand, but you can nod your head if it a Magic, right? Like parents, you see this happening. Parents, you break away. You got time. Go. Get some coffee. Relax. Whatever you need. Go. I got you. Right? So I've been playing solitaire, but then people were all jacked up because they're like, you know, the tricks, these are magic, they're magic tricks, they're tricks, they're not tricks, people, a magic, right? Like that one time when I told you to stop and then I pulled out the card and then I put the card on my head and I told you what the card was. I mean, I could do that again, right? I mean, like, go ahead, tell me when to stop. I'm going to look at the Facebook page. You tell me when to stop. 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 Stop. All right, I see it. I'm going to take this card right here. Look it. I'm not looking at it. Not looking at it. Not looking at it. Not looking at it. Still not looking at it. Still not looking at it. I'm going to put it on my head. Not looking at it. Not looking at it. Not looking at it. 8 of diamonds. You're welcome. 8 of diamonds. Look, I can't see it. Look, I bet you it's 8 of diamonds. I haven't looked at 8 of diamonds. 8 of diamonds right here. And you might think that that's some sort of trick. It's not. It's just me being magic, right? Just me being magic. I can actually, if you want me to do something crazier, I can put it in the deck. I'll put the thing in the deck. I'll shuffle the deck. I'll shuffle the deck again because you think I'm probably screwing this thing up. I'm going to take it, and then I'm going to take all the cards in the deck, and I'm going to find that 8. I'm going to find that 8 of diamonds. I'm going to find that 8 of diamonds. I'm going to find that 8. Oh, no. Oh, no, he did not. He did. He's magic. Totally magic. That's not a trick at all, people. That's magic. You're welcome. You're welcome. That's magic. Oh, man. We got to get outside. We got to get outside, people. We got to get outside. Come on, Wisconsin. Help me out. All right, so I'm gonna save Duck on a Tractor for last because I really want to. Anyway, so we have the Roar of a Snore and the one, the only Magnificent Me. Let's go with Roar of a Snore first, and then we'll go the one, the only Magnificent Me, and then Duck on a Tractor. I'm cranked up, man. These stories are going to be fantastic. I'm going to pull you a little bit closer. Right in there. Good. I got you. Did I scare you? Was I too close? Might have been too close. We miss you so much. All right. Roar of a Snore. Man, I need you. I need the smiles. I'm telling you today. That's what we're going to do. We're going to post pictures of smiles today. Did you brush your teeth? Please tell me you brushed your teeth. We need the smiles, man. I need the smiles. This one's for me. I'm sorry. Post a picture of the smile because... All right. Roar of a Snore. Roar of a Snore by Diane Arnold and Pierre Pratt with the pictures. Roar of a Snore. Let's see what Diane Arnold has to say here. Roar of a Snore. The sky was dark, the stars were bright, each huffle fast asleep at night. Each huffle fast asleep that night. So huffle is the family there. Interesting. All right. Except for Jack, eyes open wide, he tossed and turned, he groaned, he sighed. Jack heard a noise that rocked the floor. He heard a noise that shook the door. Jack heard a snore. You're welcome. That's added. You're welcome. A mighty snore, a clamorous snore, a thundering, ear-splitting roar of a snore. Old Hound Dog Blue was sound asleep. He woofed and snuffled at Jack's feet. Wake up, Old Blue, and stop that snore. Old Blue woke up. The snore still roared. So Blue and Jack went searching. Across the hall slept Mama Gwen. Her huffs and puffs made curlers spin. Wake up, Mama Gwen, and stop that snore. Mama Gwen woke up. The snore still roared. So Blue and Jack and Mama Gwen went searching. Sweet baby Sue slept one door down. Her high-pitched snore made the whistling sound. Wake up, baby Sue, and stop that snore. Baby Sue woke up. The snore still roared. So Blue and Jack and Mama Gwen and baby Sue went searching. Way down the stairs, his favorite chair, snored Papa Ben. Like a grumbly bear. Wake up, Papa Ben, and stop that snore. Papa Ben woke up. The snore still roared. So Blue and Jack and Mama Gwen and baby Sue and Papa Ben went searching. In the old porch swing slept the Huffle twins. Josie Joe wheezed out, Jenny Lynn wheezed in. Wake up, you two, and stop that snore. The twins woke up, but the snore still roared. So Blue and Jack and Mama Gwen and baby Sue and Papa Ben and Josie Joe and Jenny Lynn went searching. They found their barn filled up with snores. The sheep, the goat, the cow, and more. Wake up, you critters, and stop that snore. The critters woke up. And the snore still roared. So Blue and Jack and Mama Gwen and baby Sue and Papa Ben and Josie Joe and Jenny Lynn and sheep and goat and cows and hens went searching. Up in the loft, the Huffles climbed to search together one more time. They searched the hay with drowsy eyes, and there they found a snore. Surprise. One lost kitten in the hay, snoring all his cares away. That is a loud kitten. Well, I'll be hornswoggled, Jack Huffle cried. His snore's 3,000 times his size. Wake up, little cat, and stop that snore. The Huffles waited. The snore still roared. Now let him sleep, hushed Mama Gwen. He needs his rest. He looks done in. He's traveled far across our field, said Papa Ben. He needs a meal. He needs a home, said baby Sue. Woof, woof, agreed old Hound Dog Blue. All Huffle eyes were fixed on Jack. Jack sighed and grinned and looked right back. He's found a home in our haystack. So Jack and Blue and Mama Gwen and baby Sue and Papa Ben and Josie Joe and Jenny Lynn and sheep and goat and cows and hens joined little cat and snuggled in. Snuggles and sighs. Sounds pretty comfy. Each Huffle added snuffles, huffs, wheezes, whistles, grumbles, puffs. One giant snore sailed through the night. At last the Huffles slept. All slept tight. But down the road, eyes open wide, Molly Olson tossed and sighed. She heard a snore. Yes, she did. There's a lot going on with the Huffles. A lot of Huffles. All right, fantastic. That was a great book. I'm going to move you a little bit closer so I can get the stories out a little bit easier. All right, there it is. So the next book that we have is The One, the Only, Magnificent Me by Dan Hazeltine, and the picture is by Joel Schoen Tannis. There it is. Fantastic. The One, the Only, Magnificent Me. These, I haven't read this one either, but the pictures look fantastic. I'm very excited about the pictures right now. I want to make sure that we're good to go. Just make sure that I got my messages. All right, we're set to go. All right, fantastic. So, The One, the Only, Magnificent Me. All right. I wish I had feathers. I wish I had wings. I wish I was covered in prickly things. I wish I was sort of a blue, greenish red with a hint of bright orange and a spike on my head. Oh my goodness, that's a lot of wishes going on right there. It might be quite nice having a long tail and a spout on my back like a humpback whale. Then I would be the only one of me. Part porcupine, fish, whale, dragon, and bee. And everyone everywhere would want to come see me. The magnificent, fastest bike rider around, the super cool, this is the super cool theater, right? Come over, sold out, the unbelievable, inconceivable, pretty neat, all of those things happening with that one. The one and only magnificent me. But wait, there's a problem with all of these things, because the glue isn't working to stick on my wings. The spikes on my body make it too hard to sit, and the feathers fell off in a feathery fit. And that spout like a whale, it can't really be done. I'll just have to be like everyone. Oh, the stripes! They got all tangled and they won't come out with all of the dripping. Well, my spots never dried. I will have to be normal and sadly just like every kid without a tail, a wings, a tail, or a spike. What? You say I'm the only kid you see who acts quite like, talks quite like, and quite like me? You mean I don't need a horn, stripes, or a tail, no googly eyes, or a spout like a whale? I guess you are right. I just have to be the one, the only, magnificent me. Oh my goodness, I love that story. Everybody's looking for something to be the next this, when you gotta realize you're incredibly special just the way that you are. I love this story. This was fantastic. Man, he was looking for something new. He was looking that he had to do something else, like he needed something special on him. He didn't. He just needed to be himself. This was a fantastic story. Well done, Dan Hazeltine. Well done. These are great stories. Roar of a Snore, and the only magnificent me. Fantastic stories. And we got one more. One more. David Shannon's duck on a tractor. That duck looks pretty happy. That duck looks like he's driving a tractor. That duck doesn't have a license for that tractor. I'm just going to tell you that he doesn't have a license for that tractor. I don't know a lot, but I know that duck doesn't have a license for that tractor. And I got to be honest, if the duck's driving a tractor, the duck could probably fly faster than the tractor could go. There's something going on with this duck. I'm telling you right now, there's something going on with this duck. He looks pretty happy right there. I'm very excited to see what happens with this duck because he looks pretty excited about what's going on. And he can't even reach the pedals. What's going on here? I don't know. We're going to figure this thing out. Duck on a Tractor by David Shannon. Ah, all right, Duck. He looks... This is great. Down on the farm. Let me move over here so you can see. Down on the farm, Duck sometimes got wild ideas. One day he decided he could ride a bike. So he did. Then he spotted a tractor. I bet I can drive a tractor, he said. The other animals weren't so sure, but they all said, well, if he can ride a bike, maybe he can drive a tractor too. Duck climbed on the tractor, looked around. He pushed some pedals and wiggled a metal stick, but nothing happened. Then a shiny little piece of metal by the steering wheel caught his eye. He pulled it out, pushed it in. Then he turned it. All of a sudden, the tractor shook and coughed and rumbled and began to move. Look at Duck up there. At first, it moved very slowly, and it jerked a lot, but it was fun. Duck drove around the barnyard until he got the hang of it. Then he stopped in front of the other animals. Climb on, everybody, Duck shouted. Dog was first. He jumped right up next to Duff. Woof, said Dog. But what he thought was, we're going for a ride. To everyone's surprise, Cow clambered on next. Moo, said Cow. But what she really thought was, this is the silliest thing I've ever done. Pig and Pig took a seat in the back. Oink, said Pig and Pig. But what they thought was, this sure beats walking. I don't deny any of that. Boy, look at all those animals on a tractor. I don't think that's safe. Then came Chicken, Mouse, and Goat. Squawk, said Chicken, but what she thought was, last one on is a rotten egg. Squeak, said the Mouse, but what she thought was, I can see everything from up here. Meh, said Goat, but what he thought was, I'm hungry. Does the garbage dump have a drive-through window? Goat's still thinking about some food right there. I don't know what's going on with Chicken right there. Look at that. That could be a problem. I'm just going to tell you. Next up were Horse and Cat. Cat jumped up gracefully onto the tractor. Horse, not so much. Meow, said Cat. But what she thought was, I was going to take a nap. But this should be very interesting. Nay, said the horse, but what he thought was, I think I'd rather walk. Look at Horse. He's not into it. Horse is not into it. Well, and I don't know if I would be either. He's like the last one on this thing. Oh, he's not. He's not. Because the only one left on the ground was Sheep. Bah, said Sheep. But what she thought was, this is too dangerous. Oh, I like sheep. I like sheep. Get on, Sheep, everyone shouted, but Sheep wouldn't budge. So Duck started driving away without her. Wait, cried Sheep. "Don't leave me here all alone." She ran after the tractor and took a flying leap onto it. "Quack," yelled Duck, but what he thought was, "Wahoo!" Duck steered the tractor down the lane and out onto the main road. And before long, they were driving right through the middle of town. It was lunchtime, so most people were in the diner. They all looked up when Duck and the other animals passed the big window. They are a sight. Look at that. Can you imagine what would happen if those animals drove right down Main Street in Fall Creek, Wisconsin? I think it would be a problem. A little boy named Edison was having lunch with his grandma. "Did you ever?" Grandma gasped. But what she thought was, "A duck on a tractor? That's impossible." "That's totally awesome," Edison shouted. But what he thought was, "No one's gonna believe this." Marcine, the waitress, looked up from her pad and noticed. "Cat heavens to Betsy," she exclaimed. But what she thought was, "I like cats." Deputy Bob blabbered, "If that don't beat all." But what he thought was, "How am I going to explain this to the sheriff?" A man named Otis chimed in. "I must be seeing things." But what he thought was, "Oh no, not again." Holy cow, Howard Manny the cook, but what he thought was, "Holy cow." Manny usually said exactly what he thought. The mayor almost choked on his pie. "Good gravy," he sputtered, but what he thought was, "Those pigs are even fatter than I am." Corky just whistled, but what he thought was, "That duck is smarter than he looks." Gwen came out of the restroom. "Would you look at that?" she exclaimed. But what she thought was, "I can't see a thing without my glasses." And Farmer Odell observed, "That's a dang nice tractor." But what he thought was, "Hey, that's my tractor." He decided he'd better go after it. He'd ran out the door. Everyone else ran too and chased after him. Uh-oh. They're all chasing Duck. By this time, Duck had turned onto the next street. The tractor shuddered to a stop. Duck tried turning the shiny little piece of metal again. Nothing happened. "I don't know much about spelling," said Dog, "but I think that E means the end of our ride." Sheep cleared her throat. "You know," she said, "I think we might get in trouble for this." Now she decides that, right? "Let's get out of here," yelled Duck as Farmer Odell and everyone from the diner came around the corner. I think he might be in a good spot. Uh-oh. Now look at all of them. They're looking because everything's gone. All the animals are gone, right? So look at them looking at that tractor. Everyone burst out laughing. "Nah," they all said. "It couldn't have been. It was an optical illusion," exclaimed Otis. Farmer Odell said he must have left his tractor running by accident. "I guess that explains it," Deputy Bob agreed. Then they all went back to the diner to finish their lunch. And no one ever admitted that on that day they had seen a cow, a goat, a cat, a dog, a sheep, a chicken, a horse, 2 pigs, a mouse, and a duck on a tractor. I think it's probably best to not admit that that's what you saw coming down the street. I gotta be honest. Gotta be honest, people. That was very funny. Very funny. Great stories today. The one, the only, magnificent me, right? Roar of a Snore. And David Shannon's Duck on a Tractor. These were fantastic. We hope that you got a couple minutes to break away and relax and start your day and hear a couple stories. Maybe get some breakfast. Hopefully got some breakfast. Hopefully you're just kind of cuddled up, getting ready for your day. And if there's anything that we can do for you, please don't hesitate to ask. We're here for you. And please reach out if there's anything that we can do. Kids, we miss you dearly. We miss you so much. And please make sure that you're taking care of everyone at home. Because when we talk about all being in this thing together, that means that all of us are kind of moving forward the best that we know how right now. Thank you so much. If there's anything that we can do, 715-877-1000, right to my office. Call me anytime. Email me, and we'll get it to the right places. We are here for you. All right? All right, everybody. We hope you have a wonderful day. 9:30 today. Go Cricket Show, 9:30 on Cricket TV. We will be there. All kinds of great stuff happening today. I'm looking forward to it, and I hope you are too. We will see you tomorrow again, 8 o'clock down here. I'll need pictures of smiles and any more suggestions for books. Keep bringing me suggestions for books. We'll do it. All right? All right, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. Have a great day, and we'll see you tomorrow. Go Crickets.